How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? I want to talk to you about something at the story at hand. Now, in case you don't notice, I just thought it was very interesting that this storyline went up, because we're going back and forth in reference to the presidents, for a new president as far as, Hillary or Donald Trump. And the thing is that at the Republican National Convention in Cleveland on Tuesday, Couric had an interview with 50-year-old Baldwin. Now, it was an interview in reference to, gay marriages and, how do you feel about the gays and stuff, in reference to, gay people. So he said that he do a Jedi on this, basically he Jedi mind thing about it, trick that he does with it. He responded that if they believe that they should have that kind of union, and they believe that they should have the rights that come along with that, they should ask for interest. They should ask for basically the Catholic Church to change their doctrine in order to accommodate them. For instance, he was saying, they shouldn't ask the Catholic Church to change their doctrine, to accommodate them if that's what you want to do as far as being gay and stuff. So here's the interview right here.
As an evangelical Christian, how do you feel about gay marriage?
Well, I do a little bit of a Jedi mind trick when it comes to this one, Katie. See if you can follow me. I think anybody should be free to do whatever they want, but they shouldn't ask other people to compromise what they believe in order to do so. So if I've been in Hollywood for 30 years. Some of my best friends in the world are gay folks, and I say this: if gays want to be married, that's great. If you want to start your own institutions and churches and things like that, to go ahead and do that, that's fine. I don't think there should be anything wrong with that at all.
What do you mean, start your own institutions and churches? You mean that there should be separate churches for gay people?
No, if they believe that they should have the right to have that kind of a union, and they believe they should have the rights that come along with that, they shouldn't ask, for instance, hypothetically, the Catholic Church to change its doctrine in order to accommodate that.
Okay, you see that? You notice how he separated stuff away from the gays and stuff. He will let you basically know. And he said that he has gay friends, and he's been in this business for like 30 years in Hollywood. And he has gay friends. Now, me per se, our thing is just that everybody's entitled to an opinion and stuff like that. But for him to say, the gay Catholic churches and stuff, they shouldn't have to change the doctrine in reference to that and stuff, for accommodating gay marriages and stuff, So I find it very interesting because there are gay people in the Catholic Church. And I'll tell you how we know this. Because they're not accepted in society as well. So guess what they do? They sneak. Now the thing about it is that when you do your dirt, make sure you're a nice person doing your dirt. But if you're a person doing your dirt and you got your cloth and all this stuff, you want to bring up as far as, your lifestyle and stuff, be prepared for the unexpected. Now, in case you forgot, I did a story in reference to this about a preacher, Father Couric. And he has been absent from from the church now. Now he met somebody on Grindr. Remember him? And the young guy said, he wanted to have sex with him and stuff like that, allegedly. And it went into that as well. That was in the Catholic Church. So they're not changing their rules because the priests are in the Catholic Church. You know, they're doing the do. So you think they're going to change the doctrine? No. Also, we have another one. Now, this one has also got caught. I cannot pronounce his name, but I'm going to try my best. It's called Musiner. Okay. Now, he got on a video as reference to that, as reference to, you know, him being with another gay guy. Okay. This is in the Catholic Church once again. Now, he said that being gay is not a sin. But guess what he said once he got caught? Oh, I was just pretending. I was just pretending, you know, just to find out why gay people that way and stuff. Better yet, here's what you did.
A man ready to play along. But what's on the tape is pretty damning. And if it's true, it begs the question, how many gay men are serving in the Vatican? These images were captured by a hidden camera, and if they depict what one man alleges, it would mean major embarrassment for the Vatican. The tape was shot secretly by a young man who alleges Monsignor Tommaso Stanico, a high-ranking Vatican official, propositioned him at this meeting after they communicated in a gay internet chat room. It was shown on an Italian TV station. And the meeting took place right under the Pope's nose.
They arranged to meet in St. Peter's Square in the very shadow of the Pope's apartment, went up to the Monsignor's office, and where he apparently believed that there would be a sexual encounter.
And there is talk of sex on the tape. Stanico can be heard telling the young man he doesn't believe homosexuality is a sin, and that he knows many gay priests, some in the Vatican. That despite the fact just 2 years ago, the Vatican issued strict guidelines saying no man can be admitted to the church if he practices homosexuality or even just supports the gay culture.
I think the concern at the Vatican now is not just about what happened in this particular case, but what else is there that they don't know about? Is there more to come?
Monsignor Stanico would not comment to CNN, but he did tell an Italian newspaper he is not gay and that he was just pretending to be gay to gather information about homosexuals and how they damage the image of the church.
The big picture here is I think this is a tremendous embarrassment for the church and certainly a tremendous embarrassment for the Vatican.
Now, it remains to be seen whether the Vatican will investigate others in its ranks or if this Monsignor is truly guilty. Sex scandals in the Catholic Church are not new, but never has one emerged so close to the Pope himself.
Okay, you see that? So the Catholic Church, you're right, we don't have to change the doctrine. Like you said, you did a Jedi mind trick. Well, guess what? Look like you have other people that's doing Jedi mind tricks as well. Because Father Rory Corley and Masana are doing mind tricks as well, allegedly. Anyway, so it would be wrong, it would be right if we wouldn't find someone else. Guess what else we found? We found Francisco Javier Reyes. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Now he got caught doing oral sex behind a prisoner in the forest. Check this out. Okay, but I'm sure that's allegedly too, even though he has his pants down and somebody's down in between his legs and it's all in public and stuff, I'm sure it's allegedly. It's not exactly what it seems. You know, these are the Catholic Church and this is the priests that's out there inside the Congress, you know, to come across and we tell people, you know, God is this and God is that, and yet still you're preaching one thing, you're doing something totally the opposite, and you talk about homosexuality, knowing that you are part of that lifestyle, you are part of that world. And it amazes me how someone gets on the platform and say, well, them and that life, and them and those and that and this. This is the reason why these priests and pastors are sneaking around doing this type of thing, because you're not accepting people for who they are. If we learn how to live and let people live in their truth, then maybe we wouldn't have so much download stuff going on. Maybe we wouldn't have so many people out here dying. Maybe we wouldn't have so many trans people that's out here being murdered because they feel as though they need to be ashamed when a guy's with a trans person or a gay person, they feel they have to be ashamed for who they are and learn how to accept people. But we don't do that. We say God is love, but only thing we do is treat God of hate. You know, and the thing about it is that I'm not saying that he has to do things my way, but Mama tell you this when it comes down to Stephen Baldwin. You know, he's on the princess as far as Donald Trump. And of course he's a Donald Trump supporter, which I feel as though the world is going to turn upside down. If Donald Trump becomes president, all this little accolades as far as the gays in the bathroom and the military, I would not be surprised if he pulled it all back out. I wouldn't be surprised if they find a way to turn it all the way back around and turn the century back. We already, you know, we have a president that's, well, not a president, but we have Donald Trump who's teaching us about segregation. Now, divided, we're all going to fall. Now, if you notice, people are divided. You have the police that's going after civilians, they're killing them, they're shooting them. You talk about black on black crime, and we have to understand that there is white on white crime. The only difference is black on black crime is being reported. Now, the white on white crime is not being reported. It is happening. White people are killing white people, but it's not being reported. Why is that? Because the way everything is set up, the way the media, they don't want it to be reported, and it's not going to be reported. So the only thing they don't want to look bad. So when you decide you want to move to the area where you know where it's all predominant, suburban and stuff like that, it may not be as all what you think. You just was not informed of everything that's going on within that community. And if you look back and forth, you know that there are fighters and stuff as far as white people, as far as black people, as far as Spanish, as far as, it is not a race thing. But when it comes to black, it's the only thing that's being reported. And when it comes to gays, you have these men inside the churches and stuff that's preaching one thing and doing another because they can't really live their life. I mean, to get to the point where you want to walk out into a forest and be sitting up there having sex with someone out there in the full flesh, what they call those voyagers, Francisco, a voyager, you know, you want to go all the way outside and stuff, and maybe it was on a private property and stuff, but at the end of the day, you're not gay. But anyway, it is what it is, and, you know, I just thought it was very interesting, you know, when he said he basically separates himself from those peoples, and they need to start a new institution, basically, for themselves. And to me, I feel like this, if I was a friend of him, I would not be friends with him anymore. I always tell you, and I'll say this again, be careful who people you pull to you in your life. Everybody's not really for you. Just because they sit with you don't mean they're with you. You know, and he separates himself from them, that, those, that. But at the end of the day, when something ever comes up, he need one of them, that, those, that. He's on the phone calling them. You know, and he's been in Hollywood in a certain period of time as well. And he probably know how to work the system very well as far as dealing with them. You know, but the thing about it, I don't knock anybody for what they do or they say when it comes to certain things. But I do feel it's a responsibility to be very selective of people you pull to your life. That's just my opinion. And if he was my friend, I would deal with him from a long-handed spoon. Because when people do things outrageous that's not as of LGBT, you don't see us going, oh, look at you black people, or look at you Spanish people, or look at you white people doing this to each other. We don't do that. We can point out so many things that people do in society that's just wrong. But guess it doesn't matter, you know, you separate the institution and stuff like that. But anyway, that being said, I just thought to put it out there, then those that they. But until we fix this problem, there's going to be a lot more of this going on, and it's not going away. It's definitely not going to go away. Anyway, the being said, I just love to hear you feel about this, and you know, as another Trump supporter, like I said before, things are going to be turned around. Everything that Obama has done to try to, you know, to make the nation join together. If Donald Trump is the president, everything's going. He believes in separation. He's going to separate the Mexicans. He's going to separate the Muslims and black people. For some reason, not all of y'all. Y'all fools, so y'all not going to get a turn. You are going to get a turn. He used little landmarks, and when I say landmarks, I mean black people's faces, and he showed you that he's with you. But once everything turns out, it turns away. Watch it all slatters. And all the ones who stand there and talk about all this certain type of way, watch what happens with them. You know, and the thing about it is that he's doing it right bluntly. You know what else I hate? People say, well, you know, Donald Trump didn't think he would get this far and stuff like that. This is not what he really wanted. He didn't really want to run for president. I wish y'all stopped saying that. Because if he didn't want to run as strong as he shows you, he would have just dropped out. He didn't have to do this. He's doing it. And like I said before, his father was a part of the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. So if you don't honestly think that those members from his father is not a part of this, you're crazy. This is all just us. And let me tell you something else I think. I think things are going to get slow and quiet. And just like, you know, the voting thing, I feel as though a certain kind of way that you could fix the machine that'll make him win anyway. And I believe they're working on that while he's he's running around. I believe it's a lot going about. If he wins, trust and believe, it's a lot going behind the scenes that's not being said. Remember, the most powerful person is the one you do not see. And I'm going to tell you something. It is in the works for him to win. And if you don't think that, you're crazy. And if you don't think that the Klan is not behind him, you're crazy again. If you don't think that they're not screaming, they're probably going to go screen this video. You're crazy. But like I said before, and I'll say it again, if he becomes in office, all the gay people, all the trans people, all the black people, anybody that's divided, you better be ready. Because there's a mighty storm coming. And if you think you are exempt, you're going to learn the hard way. Anyway, that being said, I love to hear you feel about this, and I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I want you to do you. I want you to best way that you can. And if nobody likes it, fuck them.